Thank you very much. I am greatly humbled and honored to be receiving this award. I would like to offer my sincerest gratitude to American Express, as well as the independent sector, for the kind recognition of the 2016 American Express NGen Leadership Award. When I got my first degree at Makerere University, I did not realize Thank you. Thank you for being kind. When I got my first degree at Makerere University, I did not realize that the high maternal mortality, that was a very big challenge in my country, would become a global challenge that would define my life's work and would eventually lead up to this award and my presence here today. This moment is much bigger than me. This moment is for Barbara Bush, a CEO of Global Health Co. right over there. Thank you. This moment is for Dr. and Mrs. Musinguzi, the Director General of the National Population Council. This moment is for Ms. Jessica Mack, a Senior Director of Advocacy and Communications. It is for the women and men that stand beside me and continue to mentor me, my supervisors, Heather, Barbara Kayanja, Rusata, and the amazing staff team at Global Health Co. It is for every nameless, faceless woman that now has a chance because this door tonight has been opened. This award is for the women, the men, and the children and the youth in my community. I did not make the journey here alone. Numerous people have supported me along the way. First, I learned early on the value of solid education from my parents. I grew up in a family that had limited educational resources. My father and mother, Mr. and Mrs. Batefu, worked their whole life making just enough money for our family to have the basic needs. Growing up, I was taught that without education, you could not really make it in life. Education was the key to the future. As several parents in my small village kept the girl child at home and later on wed them off for bride price at a very young age of less than 15 years, yet keep the boy child in school, my parents made a conscious choice to keep me in school just like my brothers, despite their meager resources. Through their effort, I was the first female graduate on my very small village in Uganda. Thank you. Even though I was an excellent student in high school, I was terrified of university. I still remember raising my hand in my first class and asking what a syllabus was. Fortunately, I was privileged to have amazing professors and mentors. Their guidance has helped me to be the person I am today. I'm eternally grateful for their support. I had no idea the graduate school, later on a PhD, were possibilities in my life. But my parents and mentors convinced me that I was capable of this achievement, and that opened doors that I didn't even know ever existed. Married at 27 years to an accomplished medical doctor, I got my PhD in public health, focusing on maternal, newborn, and child health, and this would never have been possible without his support. I got the PhD in 2013. Male involvement is paramount in advancing women's health and development. At Global Health Co., I'm part of a great and vibrant team that mobilizes a global community of emerging leaders to build movement for health equity. I lead these efforts in Uganda as a country manager, where I oversee the country's program and operations, including the well-being and leadership development of young leaders placed there. At Global Health Corps, we believe that the powerful lever of change in global health is great leadership. We are building a network of young change makers who believe in health as a human right. How do we do that? We identify health organizations. We competitively select exceptional young leaders. We pair them up in a co-fellow model of an international fellow placed with a local national fellow. We match them to an organization. We train them and build a global ecosystem of fellows and alumni implementing and making a difference in the world over. You'll be pleased to hear that our alumni are leading change makers all over the world. Currently, we are seeking 156 talented young leaders from diverse backgrounds and fields to serve in a one-year-long paid fellowship with nonprofit organizations, government agencies, philanthropic institutions in Malawi, Rwanda, Uganda, the US, and Zambia. We work to make a difference. Beyond my work at Global Health Corps, I've done this on my farm, where I train women, men, and young people on digging in small spaces. During my trainings, I include sessions on reproductive health, including family planning. Over the past 20 years, we have seen investments in health and education for women and girls lead to increases in productivity, agricultural yields, and national incomes in developing countries. Every year, 265 mothers in sub-Saharan Africa, on my continent, die in childbirth from preventable causes. In Uganda alone, approximately 6,000 women die every year due to pregnancy-related complications. Women in my country bleed to death. They do not have access to antibiotics to prevent simple infections. They often do not have the option of a cesarean section when it is necessary. Ladies and gentlemen, we can prevent these tragedies by providing women with prenatal care, skilled attendance at birth, and emergency obstetric care. Investing in family planning and reproductive health services not only is good for women's health and rights, but it makes economic sense. Because for each dollar invested in contraceptive services, you will avoid $1.7 to $4 in expenditures on maternal and newborn health. Investing in family planning services reduces maternal mortality, improves child survival, and promotes women's empowerment and contributes to poverty eradication. In my country, maternal mortality is 438 per 100,000 women. That means from morning until now, about 4 taxis of women have already died when giving birth or during pregnancy. In my community, I have held lobby meetings with our council leaders to pass a bylaw that calls on all women to have skilled attendance at birth, vis-a-vis giving birth to a traditional birth attendant. One of the reasons that women give for not going for skilled attendance at birth is poverty. In the trainings for women, we ensure that we add a session on birth preparedness, which includes benefits of having skilled attendance at birth. When women are able to do farming, they can earn an additional income in my community and hence be able to buy necessities like a mama kit, but also have money to pay for the skilled attendance at birth. You'll be pleased to hear that the bylaw was passed in 2012, and this has led to 6 times increases in skilled attendance at birth in my community, as reflected in the health center birth registers. Allow me to quote an article by Pickett Slater Harrington about our work in the community that was put in the Independent Sector magazine. Leadership crossing geographical, cultural, and sector boundaries is critical at this point in time. I take advantage of low-cost technologies which impact on large populations, but which are inexpensive. For example, children being immunized, bed nets for malaria have proven to avert deaths due to malaria in pregnancy, which was one of the leading causes of women dying when they're pregnant. Have also promoted exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months. I mobilized my community for these low-cost effective technologies, and during these trainings, I bring on board partners who give us the mosquito bed nets, and then we distribute to the communities with first priority to pregnant women and breastfeeding mothers. I promote the kangaroo mother care method, where women who deliver premature or preterm babies put them close to their chests to keep them warm as soon as they're born, because one of the biggest killers of preterm babies in my community was hypothermia or low temperature in the baby. This has been extremely effective in saving lives in my community. And what does it cost? Nothing. Clearly, the achievements for which I'm being honored could not have happened without the support, engagement, and involvement of many players and institutions, too many to mention here. I wish to credit the Uganda government and the people of Uganda. I wish to recognize my teachers and mentors for teaching me both life and public health. I wish to thank my professional colleagues through my career, particularly Global Health Co. and our fierce leader, Barbara Bush, partners in Population and Development, the Africa Regional Office, and the National Population Council. My achievements are your achievements, and we share in this recognition. I thank my family, my mother and father, who shaped me on this path, and my unsung hero, my husband, who continues to be an unwavering support. Our children, Chisache, Kwagala, Muwanguzi, and Mirembe, you're all my inspiration. I thank the American Express and independent sector for your wisdom to honor me. Finally, I dedicate this award. Thank you. Finally, I dedicate this award that it is not only mine, but it belongs to the people of Africa. This award belongs to the women, the men, and the youth in my community. This award belongs to the amazing team of Global Health Co. I finally hope that one day the Independent Sector Conference can be held on my continent in Uganda. And I thank you very much. Thank you very much.